4 Kaban, 10 Karab, 12 Manak. Selamat Jawa. Many amazing events are at last beginning to happen. Those who are preparing your blessings are nearly ready to disperse them. Those who are to correct the American governments are also working at shifting from a de facto regime to a true de jure republic. This shift is to collapse the Fed and end the warlike actions of America over the past 3 decades. As stated earlier, it has taken a much longer time than it first envisioned. This realm is finally in unison to rid this surface realm world of the Dark Cabal and its numerous minions. The Dark's reign of nearly 13 millennia is just about finished. All of the many concepts that you have thought of as normal are ready to be removed and replaced with a new set of perceptions based on truth and the march of history on your surface world. This process is going to take longer, as you need to abandon beliefs that have long shaped you. Thus, we have lengthened the moments between one set of your master's lessons and the next one. You are a people who for far too long deeply believed the lies given you by the dark. A last step is for you to take in and use the replacements given you by your masters. These changes are to allow you to permit the abundance to be used properly. The current concept of money is to fade at last from your daily purview. It is not easy to be so suddenly bombarded by a vast new set of truths. You have been under the thumb of the Dark's minions for endless centuries. It is our task to aid the Ascended Masters by introducing you an entirely different lifestyle. We know from our previous experiences that such a drastic change requires time for you to digest and recover from a most distressing series of global shocks. The AGHARTIANs have constantly made us aware of how long this immense set of new knowledge was to impact you. Hence, it is very important that you make use of this new knowledge bit by bit. As you become more used to new ways, their initial strangeness can gradually disappear. Once you start to accept these truths, a new lifestyle can begin. Look upon this as finally being able to create a life that is like small lotus flowers floating together in true and growing harmony. This new harmony is to make possible a free and prosperous new reality. This new environment is now developing. Everywhere, a fresh way of doing things is taking hold. Ideas that used to be seen as highly unlikely are swiftly becoming the norm. It is not easy to change as quickly as you are now doing. This altering reality is something that is a true sign of what lies ahead. This realm is built on assumptions that are currently being challenged by all. We need to see what you are doing to evaluate this surface reality. Right now, events are occurring that show how the system is breaking down due to all the stress being encountered. Political and economic realities are increasing those stress levels and are actually warping the way any aspect of this realm operates. These growing breakdowns illustrate just how close you are to immense changes in all parts of this reality. Thus, a new economic and political system is close at hand. These new components are to be the harbingers for an entirely new system, which is to make possible freer and prosperous financial and regime changes. What does this really mean? It means that new boundaries are being set and old ones threatened and then replaced. Each element is simply a way to alter the rest to a point of no return. We are here to preside over this if it ensures that you are prepared for first contact. This is our overriding purpose. We are here to mentor you and, with others, to bring you back to a fully conscious state. This process is immense since you are far from ready to attain the consciousness needed for success. It is only through Heaven's divine intervention that this is even possible. Heaven has given us a divine plan, which is to allow you to transform. This operation is one in which you are to let go of the present reality and forge a new one. We are to use Agartha as the place where your first dalliances with the dark are to be corrected. In this vein, you are to be given sacred wisdom and then asked to use it to transform and glee the remaining darkness in this galaxy. It is this grand task that most inspires us in our work with you. Blessings. We are your Ascended Masters. The recent times have been a blessing as Heaven's grace allows us to see significant progress on many fronts. The new financial system is now worldwide in scope and its numerous kinks are being worked out. The same is true of new governance. It is ready to be announced and the Federal Reserve to become history. All of these events are due in part to your positive attitudes and your envisioning of a new, transformed reality. Together, we are providing the energy grids for this manifesting reality. These operations are to bring you many individuals that you have not previously known. These wondrous beings are following your lead and making this realm quickly take shape. We are enjoying these heavenly deeds that enable us to become physical and permit us the pleasure of being a part of this new realm. In the immediate moment, all that you have dreamt of is to be laid out before you. Accept this largesse and welcome in these new wondrous energies. These events are only the beginning. You are being prepared for a most miraculous set of wonders. The dark governments are to fade and be replaced by the light and by the arrival of our spiritual and space families. These grand alterations are the first part of a program that is to feature our formal return and the mass landings of your future mentors. This process is to allow us to greet you and simultaneously to permit us to convey to you some initial wisdom. Long ago, when the Atlanteans departed, Gaia was suddenly forced to greatly lower the energies of her surface realm. This she has done for nearly 13 millennia. It is time now to uplift these energies to the level of their former frequencies. This operation is nearly ready for the final stage. Until then, we intend to use our abilities to assist you in this journey back to finding out who you truly are. This coming time is, therefore, an opportunity for a great many new experiences. Our task is to use our abilities to help guide you, by grace and by guile, to your new level. This operation is profoundly complex and yet perfectly simple. Often many expect us to use our abilities to soften what happens to you. We do this and ready you as well for even more complex situations. You are to obtain some new encounters with wealth and with the true meaning of what being a human is now. You are a group that is starting to meet something that you have not known existed. This growing strangeness is getting ready to create even more unusual experiences. These are the precursors of events that are on the path to inner Earth. Our mission is to be with you and, together, to forge a most magnificent future. The best is yet to come. Today, we carried on with our weekly task to inform you of what is occurring globally. This reality is altering daily, increment by increment. Remain positive and be prepared to inform others of what is happening, locally and in your world. Know, dear ones, that the countless supply and never-ending prosperity of heaven are indeed yours. So be it. Selamat Gajan. Selamat Ya. SIRIAN for B1. And be enjoy.